Hi folks! In this video I'm going to press this t-shirt with the new Cricut Infusible ink transfer sheets. Keep watching! We're going to start in Design Space. You want to select and size the image that you want to work with. We're going to click Make It. Don't forget to mirror your image. When you're using the Infusible transfer sheets, you need to mirror your image. We'll click Continue. If you're using a Cricut Explore Series machine, you want to have your dial set on Custom. I'm going to use my Maker. Browse all materials. And I'm going to search for Infusible ink transfer sheet. This is the one I want to choose, and done. I've got my fine point blade loaded in my Maker, and we'll go to the next step and cut out our design. I've prepared my mat with a cut portion of this Infusible ink transfer sheet. You can see how it's going to turn out when it's pressed on the t-shirt, and you can see that on the cutting mat. It looks a little dull, but no worries. So when you place it on your cutting mat, you want to be sure to put the ink side up. If you see this little sample, the back of this is your carrier sheet. So you want to make sure that this carrier sheet is down on your mat. And we'll go ahead and load our mat and cut our project. And we're all set. I'm going to close this up and move it away. We'll remove our Infusible transfer sheet from the mat. And we'll set that aside. In order to weed this, it's not like weeding regular HTV. You want to kind of crack it almost. You want to bend it and crack it. I find it easier. This was a trick that was showed to me. It's easier to start weeding on top of a letter or an image rather than starting at a corner. I'll use my scissor to cut and I'm going to cut away these pieces so that I'm actually going to save this unused portion because it's a good size to use on something like coasters, or if you want to add little hearts to your project or whatever you're doing. go ahead and lift this up. And cut that away. There we go. I'm going to cut away this excess and set it aside. There. So we've got it all weeded. The ink is up. When it's applied to your project, you're going to apply it face down. So I'm going to get set up to do this application, and we'll continue with this video. We're all set up, and I'll run through the things that you need to press this infusible ink transfer sheet. You want your Easy Press. I'm using the Easy Press 2, set at 385 degrees for 40 seconds. If you're using the Easy Press 1 or 2, you'll want to refer to the interactive guide for Easy Press on the Cricut website. I'll post a link under this video so you can get there easily. You want to have a clean, fresh lint roller. You'll want tweezers. Your Cricut blank that's compatible with infusible ink. You'll need Easy Press mats, whatever size is going to work with the apparel that you're pressing. You need the butcher paper that's included with your transfer sheets in the box. And you'll need white cardstock, 80 pound. And this is to protect your mats and your apparel, whatever it is that you're pressing. Because it is ink and you're applying heat, the ink can transfer through the fabric. So you want to have a sheet of white cardstock to protect your mat and the back side of your t-shirt. So let's get ready and we'll press. I haven't opened this one yet, obviously. They are super nice quality. Keep in mind, don't forget, this product, the infusible inks, will not work on 100% cotton t-shirts. You don't want to do that. I have a second sheet of cardstock. I'll put it here just to protect my mat. I want to be sure that I'm protecting my mat. That should fit. I'm going to put this mat inside my t-shirt. I'm going to put cardstock inside my t-shirt. And we know that the back of the t-shirt is protected from any accidental transfer. We don't want that to happen. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is lint roll our t-shirt. You don't want to have even tiny, tiny specks of lint on your t-shirt. I wonder if you can see, even though the t-shirt looked perfectly clean, there are tiny specks on it. And the ink will transfer onto those specks rather than onto the fabric. So you want to be sure not to skip this step. Make sure that you've taken the lint off. We're going to protect our t-shirt with butcher paper. You need the butcher paper to be larger than your easy press. And we're going to press for 15 seconds. I'm just going to let it count down to 25. It was set for 40. And this will press the fabric so that you have no wrinkles when you're transferring your ink. We need to let this cool down completely before we press. Because it is ink, if I was to put it on there now and move it, I'd have a smear of ink. We don't want to do that, so we want to let this cool down completely. I've done this a few times and I love it. I think it's absolutely fabulous. Still too warm. I don't know if you've seen my introductory video for these products. Just in case you haven't, these t-shirts will be available in adult sizes, youth sizes, and you'll have onesies for babies. Really terrific. And a good variety of sizes. I did ask if colors were coming in the future, and I believe the answer was yes, but not yet. So for now, they're white. Okay, that feels pretty good. So we want to put our print down, good side down, onto the t-shirt. Carrier sheet is facing up. Oh, and by the way, you want to trim away any excess carrier sheet that's around, just to be sure there was no ink transferred onto it and you get a smear on your t-shirt. So we're going to find our spot and place it down. And don't forget, you can't move it once it's down. That's where it goes. Cover it again with butcher paper. And we're going to press. Be very careful about how you apply your easy press. You don't want to be moving it around while it's on. Just press straight down and start your timer. And it's normal, by the way, to see the temperature drop a little on your easy press while you're pressing. It will go back up again. You want to apply a good pressure. And our 40 seconds is almost up. There we go. You don't want to disturb anything, so if you are going to take your butcher paper off, be very careful about lifting it. You don't want to create any ghosting or ink smears or anything like that. And now you want this to cool completely before you remove it from the t-shirt. It's quite hot, so we'll just wait a moment. If you have any questions, please post them in the Facebook post or under this video, wherever you like, and I'll be happy to help. Still hot. And we're waiting. Oh yes, the tweezers. You want to have these on hand so that if ever when you remove this, a piece remained behind, you would want to use tweezers to lift it. You don't want to pick at it with your hands because you might smear the ink and create ghosting or create a shadow and a mess on your t-shirt. So you want to use tweezers very carefully to lift up if anything has come off the carrier sheet. Still very hot. I'm fanning it. Trying to cool it down a little faster. You don't want to do anything that might disturb the ink. So you don't want to pull the mat out or the cardstock out or anything like that. You just want to be patient and let it cool down. That feels good now. We should be able to lift it. So take a corner and roll it back. You just want to roll it back carefully. You don't want to be pulling up on it because you want to be sure that you didn't smear it. Isn't that wonderful? And now it's on your t-shirt. It's permanent. Where's my little sample? You can see the difference of how it looks on the new transfer sheet and how it applies to the t-shirt. The colors just come to life. They're so vibrant. I'm so impressed with this product. So I'll be doing more videos, tutorials on how to use all the other new products that we have with Cricut. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you for watching.